All right, what's up, everybody? I want to go through a quick tutorial of the Poker GFX server software and how it very simply could be rerouted to any sort of mobile device or viewing device outside of just the control room. So here you see the server that I demonstrated to you guys the other day. None of this stuff is really all that important. It's just basically what's going to set up the stream. Now, as you see, there's a streaming tab within the Poker GFX server. This is almost never used in any sort of professional setting. Most people are going to use OBS or some other third-party device in order to actually run their delay, run their stream. It's just a lot more, I guess, versatile whenever you're talking about bringing in multiple camera angles, adding overlays, a lot of the editing that takes place in order to make these streams look as professionally done as they do. So with that said, that means that we're able to manipulate anything within this tab, and it will have absolutely no bearing or impact outside of here. This is a lot of what everybody was talking about when saying running multiple GFX. That's only necessary to corroborate the cheating story that we've all talked about. This would only be necessary if we were actually using this streaming function to stream our live feed or on a delay, right? But we're not, since we're just sending data from the server to OBS, the third-party streamer. So in essence, this just becomes free to us to do whatever we want with. Now, of course, we could just, set up a private Twitch account that only the suspect in question could see. But that gets a little bit complex. It takes a lot more nuance, I guess. The simple way to go about this, so that we could just send information to whoever we want that needs to see it in real time. And from my understanding, this was taking place because I was told by multiple people, again, I don't know how true it is, but I was told by multiple people that the general manager as well as the head of security both were able to view the live feed in real time. The easiest way to do this is you just go to URL. Well, first you click the WMV tab in the streaming. Go to URL. What you're going to enter here is the computer that the server is running on, the IP address of that computer, followed by a colon and 10,500. That's going to create a URL that we are going to utilize in Windows Media Player in order to view. Now, obviously, I didn't demonstrate what my actual IP address is. I'm going to do that off camera so that, I'm not just letting all you guys come in here and hack me. Okay, that's taken care of. So now the next thing that we are going to want to do is we're going to click the stream function. Now, in the streaming tab, you can set a delay there if you want. Obviously, I have it set to 0 so that this will come out in real time. Here, you'll see the action tracker. Currently, nobody has any hands. Let's just give Mike Ace King. Let's give our suckers some hands. And sorry, I'm not fully set up here, so I may have some software crashes. It looks like these hands aren't necessarily being read. A lot of times you just have to restart action tracker. Okay, so now we got some hands. The last thing we're going to do is try to view this in real time. So here we're going to open Windows Media Player. We're just going to go to File and then Open URL. I don't want to click this because, again, it already has my URL displayed. But once you click on that, you're just going to copy and paste the IP address URL that we had created in the previous stream. On the previous stream tab for the Poker Server GFX. And now, as you can see, it's buffering, waiting to catch up. And now we have real-time information. So anybody who has a Windows Media Player, which could be a Windows Phone device, it could be a jailbroken Droid device, you could add the Windows Media app, or it could simply be somebody at home who is watching in real time and then conveying the information audibly, which would make sense as to the theory behind the bone conducting headphones. We'll get to see action take place in real time. And as you can see, there's a little bit of latency here. So we're going to see some sort of delay. And this could also explain why Mike has his head buried in his lap for so long. It takes roughly 20 to 30 seconds for the feed to catch up to the actual live stream. Just to kind of demonstrate that further, let's put a flop out. We can kind of test the latency period. So as you see on the server side, it's already out. We're still waiting on the stream side. And there we go, about 30 seconds later. This is a really simple hack. Obviously, it takes somebody on the inside to both get the IP address of the computer running the server, as well as share that IP address with somebody who's interested in the information. But this definitely dwindles down the amount of people who could potentially have been involved. It's almost certain that somebody on the production crew would be sharing this information. And I'm not saying that this is absolutely certain how he did it, but this was literally a 3-step process that took absolutely zero effort. There are no Trojans. There is no hacking into the Wi-Fi. There's no need for any sort of understanding of how computers work in any facet. All you need is an IP address and Windows Media Player, and this suddenly becomes real-time information with no effort whatsoever.